Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin and the current market circumstances. We're going through a full update here. We'll talk about the fundamentals. We'll talk about the technicals. So far, luckily, we've been correct again. I mean, what I said yesterday is that I felt like it was most likely that we would make higher highs, and we have done so for multiple reasons. I mean, there's not really any reason to go into those right now. But some of them, just to get a bit of an idea of the current price as well, what we said is that, well, the leverage was actually still relatively low. I mean, you can see that the leverage compared to the last time we tried to break out was much lower, and it still is, but there is a lot of leverage coming into the price right now, and I'm also afraid that we're seeing a bit of an RSI, which is true, an RSI bearish divergence. As you can see right here, the RSI has actually made lower highs while the price has made... what am I looking at right now? Yeah, this is the price. Yeah, so it's still true, but I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame. So we're seeing some divergences, and in the end, and that's the main thing that I wanted to talk about today. In the end, the big question right now is well, we're at the top of the range, right? We're at this range here between, like, I would say the top of the range is kind of between 104 and 102,000, but the value area high is already right here at 100,000. So the big question is, well, can we actually break out of that range? And what I've said for the majority of this week is no. I've always said, I think we can get up to the top of the range. And yesterday I also said, after we hit the top of the range, I think we can go a little bit higher, because there's a lot of hype right now in the markets for the Trump administration, of course. And just in general, I mean, the fundamentals as a whole are quite good as well. Dogecoin rallying, by the way, I bought this. So the fundamentals are also quite good. The dollar strength index has respected its bearish breakout, or its breakdown so far, so that's good. The volatility index is quite low. The USDT dominance is heading for a strong support level, but also still looks bearish. So everything looks good. So that's also why I'm slightly doubting my analysis, because my analysis, like I said, and what I've always told you, is that I think we can go high, and I think we can actually spike up here, because there is a lot of hype in the markets. But ultimately, I don't think we will get a sustainable breakout, and I think it's more likely that we will have some sort of a sell the news effect, for example, next week, and that will drop back down to the bottom of the range, which I also do think will hold. So I don't think all of a sudden the market will crash and turn bearish. That's far from the truth, or at least far from what I think the truth is. But I do still think this, all right? I think we're getting quite a lot of leverage into the markets. I think the fundamentals are good, but then on the other hand, the dollar strength index, if you zoom out, is still very bullish. The stock markets are ready for a pullback right here to fill the gap, so that's also going to cause quite a lot of bearish momentum. USDT dominance is almost at a major support, and I just think the Trump administration coming into office is a textbook sell the news event. All right, so I could be wrong about this, and I'm fully aware of that. And personally, like I said, I'm also still buying coins right now, right? So I'm kind of acting like there is a possibility we'll break down lower. And for altcoins especially, I do think that there is a reason, or at least I do think we can go lower. I think the Bitcoin dominance can actually drop down into this next support. But for Bitcoin itself, I think we'll spike up higher. So short term, I expect us to still be bullish here. But I do think it's going to stick with a spike, and I don't think it's going to be a sustained breakout up to 115 and 125,000, which is what I think, what I ultimately think a breakout would lead to. I think we'll spike up to like 104, 105. Then we'll get some sort of a liquidity spike, drop back down to the bottom of the range. And those are my thoughts, even if you might hate me right now for saying that. But I'll keep you updated on this. Hopefully I'm wrong, and I'll see you on my next videos. Bye.